You may proceed.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Detective. Will you please state and spell your name for the record?
Yes, Arturo Espinosa. It's A-R-T-U-R-O. Last name E-S-P-I-N-O-S-A.
And Detective Espinosa, how are you currently employed?
With the Galveston County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been employed with the Galveston County Sheriff's Office?
With the Sheriff's Office, I've been employed for 8 years with the Sheriff's Office.
Is that the entirety of your law enforcement career?
No, ma'am.
How long have you been in law enforcement?
Been in law enforcement as a police officer for 17 years.
What was the first, well, let me back up. We've heard testimony from some other officers about in order to become a peace officer, you must go to academy and pass a TCOL certification. Did you do those same steps?
Yes.
What was the first role you had in law enforcement?
The first role I had in law enforcement as a peace officer?
Yes, sir.
As a peace officer, I started off at the Bayou Vista Police Department here in Texas.
And what role were you in?
I was a patrolman.
About how long?
I was at the Bayou Vista Police Department for about 10 months.
After that, where did you go?
From there, I went to go work at the Santa Fe Police Department. It's also in Galveston County, and I was there for about a little over 8 years.
What roles did you hold at the Santa Fe Police Department?
At Santa Fe Police, I worked the 8 years on patrol, and of the 8 years, 2 years as a patrol sergeant.
After your 8 years at the Santa Fe Police Department, where did you go?
That's when I came over to the Galveston County Sheriff's Office. I got hired into the patrol division.
How long was it you were in the patrol division at the Sheriff's Office?
Patrol division, I was at the patrol division for 7 years. Of the 7 years, 4 of the years was as a patrol supervisor, as a corporal.
After your time in patrol, where did you move to next within the Sheriff's Office?
From there, I went to the criminal investigations division. I started off there in the environmental crimes unit and then transferred over to the major crimes unit. So in total in the criminal investigations division, it's been a little over a year.
So in the major crimes division, what is your role? What do you do?
Our role as a major crimes detective, we're tasked with following up to investigations that occur within Galveston County. But our primary area is the unincorporated areas of Galveston County. It's your areas that are not considered cities or are not considered within the city limits.
Is it fair to say the unincorporated areas are areas that don't have their own police department?
Correct.
Can you give an example of a couple of those areas?
Yes, we have a portion of Dickinson. We have a portion in the Bacliff, San Leon, and even near the Clear Lake Shores area. And also, of course, Crystal Beach and the Bolivar Peninsula is where we patrol.
And so predominantly those are the areas in which your cases come from, correct?
Yes.
As a major crimes detective, how do you get assigned a case?
So the cases come in initially from our patrol division. They're the first line that do the preliminary investigations. And whenever they complete their end of things, they submit their reports, and it comes to my supervisor, Lieutenant Cazares. When he gets the cases, he assigns them out to each detective.
I want to bring before I do that, when you get assigned a case, do you handle it completely on your own, or does the Sheriff's Office have a team effort type mentality?
Depending on the case, if it's a big case, then we'll work as a team and we'll kind of collaborate and help each other out.
I want to bring your attention to February 7th of 2025. Do you recall that date?
I do.
Was there something that occurred on that date that led us to be here today?
Yes.
What was that?
There was a death investigation that occurred.
And when you were alerted to this death investigation, what did you do?
So initially I received a phone call from my direct supervisor. It's Sergeant Mitchell Stevenson. I got a phone call from him about the whole incident.
And once you got that phone call, where did you go or what did you do?
When I got off the phone with him, he instructed me to respond to that scene. I wasn't given a whole lot of details other than it was a death investigation that was going on.
And what scene was that?
It was a death investigation at the...
I apologize, it was a bad question. What location did you go to?
4723 15th Street in Bacliff, Galveston County.
Once you arrived at that location, what was the first thing that you did?
The first thing I did when I arrived over there, I got with two of my supervisors. I've got Captain Miller, who was there already on scene, and then there was Lieutenant Cazares. I met with them in the roadway and was given instructions on where to go from there.
What was the first thing you were assigned to do?
The first task that I was given when I got on scene was to go across the street to look for surveillance. Video surveillance.
Did you obtain any of that video surveillance?
I did.
Where did you obtain that from?
It was at 4714 15th Street.
And do you recall who you obtained that surveillance from?
Uriah Urick, I believe her name is.
And did you observe that video?
Yes, not initially, no, but after sifting through a lot of the camera system, we did.
And what did you observe on the video that you believe to be pertinent to this case?
The video that I saw was a black passenger car. It was a Nissan Altima that had pulled up to the residence at 4723, and I saw the car pull into the driveway. They backed into this driveway, and I didn't see anybody get out of the car, but I saw two individuals come out of the house. That was Uriah and Terry.
After you obtained that video, what was the next thing that you did?
After the video, I brought it and uploaded it to our server.
Did you do anything else on scene at the house?
I went into, after meeting with Uriah, I went back to my supervisors and I was tasked with going into the house to assist with the search.
What part of the home did you assist searching?
The only area that I went in was the bedroom belonging to Tara King.
What did you observe within that bedroom?
Her bedroom?
Yes.
It was a mess. It was a lot of stuff everywhere.
Was there anything that stood out to you as odd or important other than it was a mess?
I didn't stay in there long. There was a lot of trash in there. I mean, that stands out to me. I mean, the way as messy as it was. There was some water bottles that I remember seeing that were filled with what I thought was urine, and that was near a computer desk that was in there. But there was a bunch.
After looking through that bedroom, what did you do next?
After looking through that bedroom, the bedroom was real small. I felt that I wasn't needed there because we were kind of walking all over each other. So I backed out, went back to the road, and met back with my supervisors there.
Were you assigned any other tasks that day?
That day, no. No.
After that day, when was the next time you did anything involving this case?
The following day, that would have been a Saturday, the 8th, maybe? Yeah, so Saturday on the 8th, we met at the sheriff's office to collaborate with each other and kind of divide tasks, if that's what you want to call it. Divide tasks and figure out what we're going to do from there, share notes, and figure out what it is that we have.
And when you say we, who all met up at the sheriff's office to divide tasks?
Detective Hudson and our supervisors, Captain Miller, and the major crimes detectives were there.
And who is it that decides who needs to do what?
Detective Hudson was the lead investigator, but she also, with guidance from our supervisors, they divided the task out.
What tasks were you assigned on that day, the 8th?
That day I was tasked with following up on, I was given 2 Instagram handles, and the Instagram handles I was given, I was tasked with following up with them in regards to drafting a search warrant. And it's for 2 Instagrams that I learned belong to Tara King and Uriah Urick.
Before we get to the Instagrams, we'll come back to those. Was there any other tasks that you had with this case regarding any evidence that was located?
There was. So one of the things I was tasked with, the information I was given was that there was a cell phone that belonged to Tara King. It had pinged in at an address in League City, or near an address in League City. It was an apartment complex. I was tasked with going over there and following up and seeing if we can try to locate this phone. I say we as in myself and Detective Bernard.
And was it a phone attributed to Tara King or Tammy King?
I'm sorry, it was Tammy King. I said Tara, I meant Tammy King.
And where was it, or did you ultimately locate this phone?
I did.
Where did you locate it?
There was a individual that lived at the apartment complex. His last name, I recall, being Wingate. He had the phone in his possession, but told me where he had found the phone.
And what did you do with that information?
With the location?
Yes.
We went and I went out to the specific location with this guy named Mr. Wingate, and he showed me specifically where he found his cell phone on the side of the road at an intersection.
And did you document that anyway?
I did.
How so?
I documented it with photographs.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Detective, I'm approaching you with what's been marked as states 466 through 476. If you would glance at these documents and let me know if you recognize them.
Yes,
How do you recognize them?
because I took the photos.
Have they been changed or altered in any way other than the sticker added by the state?
No.
Your Honor, statements to admit states 466 through 476.
No objection.
Hearing no objection, 466 through 476 will be admitted.
And may I publish?
Yes,
Thank
please.
you, Your Honor. All right, Detective, I'm showing you what's been marked as states 467. Using your laser pointer, are you able to show us where it was that the phone had been located?
This area.
And just to be clear, what city is this intersection in?
Lake City.
And you said it was at the apartments. What apartments are you referring to?
I don't recall the name of the apartments, but it was that one right there is 310.
Waco sounds familiar?
No, Houston does. Well, Waco sounds familiar, but that address was Houston. 310 Houston.
Okay. And is right near here also, is also Waco right near here?
Yes.
And is this here you documenting that address?
Yes.
And did you also take photos of the phone that you located?
Yes.
Is that what we see in states 474
Yes.
and 476? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell us what type of phone was this?
It's a Android phone. It's a model XT2419-2. It's a Motorola.
So it's a Motorola, and you said Android phone, correct?
Yes.
So for those of us not super tech savvy, it's not an iPhone.
Correct.
All right, now let's circle back to those Instagrams you were talking about. What were the two Instagram handles you were tasked with writing warrants for?
The first one I was tasked with was South Park Emo, and I learned that belonged to Tara King. The second one was South Park Emo Owner, and that was belonging to Uriah Urick.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes.
Detective, I'm approaching you with what's been marked as 461 and 464. Will you let me know if you recognize these documents?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you recognize them?
It's a search warrant two search warrants that I drafted.
Do they appear to have been altered in any way?
No.
Your Honor, statements to admit states 461 and 464.
No objection.
Those will be admitted.
Now, Detective, were those the search warrants that you executed on South Park Emo and South Park Emo Owner?
Yes.
And just to be clear, South Park Emo belonged to Tara, and South Park Emo Owner belonged to Uriah.
Yes.
Now, when you send a search warrant to Instagram, how do you receive information back?
So the way the search warrant is it's submitted to a law enforcement portal that's online through the company called Meta. We submit it to them, and we receive, after it's executed and they look over everything, they send us information back through the law enforcement portal.
When you receive the information, what does it look like?
It's in a form of files. Like you get a letter of authenticity, and then you also get it's zip files that you get in linked media, and it contains a lot of information.
When you say it's a lot of information, is what you receive a few pages or many pages?
It's a voluminous amount. It's a lot. It's like the thousands of pages of what you're going to get out of that sometimes. In this case, it was thousands.
When you received this, what do you do with it?
I went through everything, and that's when I saw a lot of information about the case.
So you saw a lot of information about the case.
Yes.
And when you have these Instagram returns, what all is included in this document? Is it just messages or is it photos? What type of things do you see?
So you get, it's a lot. Like, so just with a lot of different social medias that are out there, you get individual messages, like direct, peer-to-peer messages that you're sending to each other. We receive that information. Sometimes it contains photos, videos, that type of stuff. And it's under different categories that you can find in there.
Your Honor, at this time the state would move to admit states 460, 463, 462, and 465, which are the two Instagram search warrant returns, as well as the accompanying DRAs.
No objection.
Those will be admitted?
And Your Honor, may I publish case 462?
Yes.
When you go through these Instagram dumps, is there a way in which it's easier for you to capture or save portions that you view?
Yes.
How is that?
The way that I've done these is I take screenshots on my computer, little snippets of what I'm viewing, and I try to capture the page number that's on there so that way I can reference back to it.
Now, is this folder all of those screenshots that you took?
Yes.
And if I open here, is this what the full Instagram return looks like?
Yes.
And all these things on the left, is that just different sections within the search warrant?
It is, yes.
So I first want to go to those screenshots you had.
Okay.
So first things first, I want to talk about the date a little bit. So how does Instagram document dates and times?
And it's UTC time.
What is UTC time?
It's Coordinated Universal Time.
And is that the same time as Central Standard Time?
No.
What is it?
It's 6 hours before.
Central Time is 6 hours before UTC time?
Yes.
So up here, what date and time would this portion where the mouth is be?
What date and time did you say?
Correct.
February 7, 2025. It says on there 10, but it would be 4.
So 4 p.m. on February 7th.
Yes.
And whoa, I apologize. What two Instagrams are these screenshots between?
That's T.W. Hodge, 1989, and South Park Emo.
Do you know who those two individuals are?
Yes.
Who are they?
The T.W. Hodge is going to be Travis Hodges, and the South Park Emo, that one's going to be Tara King.
And so this is them talking on Friday the 7th, correct?
Yes.
Can you read what these first few messages from the South Park Emo account says?
It says, the first one says, "Yo, it's me." You want me to read
Keep going.
everything on it. Self-defense, ran, no lawyer, no family, just cash.
Now here, what does it appear is happening between these messages? I'll ask that better. Does it look like there might be some responses missing?
Yes, it seemed to me like he was being short with what he was trying to say, but getting the point across.
Okay. Now, when you took all these screenshots, are you taking them in order, or were you taking screenshots of certain things that stood out to you or you believed were to be pertinent?
Everything, what you just said, it's things that stood out to me, things that, some of them are in order, some aren't. Some are things that stood out to me that I felt were really important because it showed me the violence in the messages.
So I want to start with the top of this page. What is the date and time here?
The first one?
Yes, sir.
The date is January 25th, 2025.
And it says it's at almost midnight, so is that really, it's almost 7?
Yes.
What is that first message?
It says hypocrite.
And then that second message, who's the author?
South Park Emo owner.
Which we stated was Uriah.
Correct.
And what does he say?
4.
What is Tara's response?
Wow, she just proved my point.
And then?
I was going to call her out, but thought about how you would want her gone right away, so I had to stop.
What does she say after that?
I was on the sentence of saying it.
What does Uriah respond to her?
Don't tell her anything. If you argue, there's a huge chance it's bad. It gets physical. I don't want to kill her if it ruins our lives or isn't on your command.
How many days roughly before Tammy King is murdered is this message?
This was months in advance, or this was the month before.
And Miss King was murdered on February 5th, correct?
Correct. And this is January 25th.
So is that roughly 11 days? And what does Tara respond after Uriah speaks about killing Tammy?
I hate her, OMG.
Now moving forward, it looks like this is still in January, correct?
Yes.
So starting at the top, what is this first message from Tara?
The first one it shows, I almost had a panic attack like on Friday.
And then?
That's why I grabbed my chest.
And what does Uriah respond?
I know, I'm so sorry. I didn't shoot her because I thought you'd regret that later.
What does Tara say?
I've always hated her.
And what does Uriah respond?
Do I kill her next time, if there is a next time?
And this is roughly 10 days before Tammy King is murdered?
Yes.
Does this appear to be continuing on that same day?
Yes.
What does Uriah say next on here?
I can go to the glass windows on the outside of her room and just blast away.
And what does Tara say?
I stopped saying I love you back to her about 5 years ago.
And what does she say after that?
I would regret it because I want to kill her.
And what does Uriah say?
He says good.
And then?
If let you get the kill.
And then after that?
I'd cop that 50 XP assist.
Do you know what that refers to?
The 50 XP assist?
Mm-hmm.
I know it's sometimes referred to on games.
Like the experience points?
Mm-hmm. Experience of points for kills.
Now starting down here, what is this message?
It says, from South Park Emo owner, it says, I'd let you get the kill.
What does Tara say to him?
I was actually about to turn around and yell, give me the gun, dude. I was so close.
And he says?
No, that's an instant loss.
And then?
He says, too close for a gun.
And then?
She'd hit you.
All right. What's this top message?
Says, what if I killed her tonight? What would have happened after,
And then what does Tara do?
She sends an emoji.
And what does Uriah say?
Uriah says, dude, I dropped my phone. 3 seconds later, she came in. I almost killed her without you.
What does Uriah say after that?
Says, she was at my feet.
And how does Tara respond?
She reacted with a frown emoji.
And what does Uriah say after this?
He says, you're welcome, biatch. I'm actually so glad I learned Army courses. Bro, I tightened my body. Shrunk. Fuck me. I ain't doing that again.
What's the next message from Uriah? Or sorry, this message is from Tara.
No, it was when she was out of my room, almost at the door hallway, and I was by my bed, and it was after she looked at me and made the super fucking angry noise, and I started ranting, hit me, bitch. Fucking hit me. I fucking dare you to hit me. Hit me, all that shit like that. That's when I was about to turn around and get it from you. I don't know what that says.
And what does Uriah say?
He says, oh,
And Tara?
yeah, I was so fucking mad.
And how does Uriah respond?
Bro,
And then?
what the fuck is with her?
And this is still 10 days prior to Tammy's death, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Continuing on, what is the first message from Uriah?
So what the fuck was that noise by K.E.?
And what does Tara say?
We only kill her if she genuinely tries to lay hands on me. He says, bro, yes ma'am.
And then?
I might rip the pipe. What do you say? Metal pops are me.
And what does Tara say next?
I fear if Nanny pisses me off so hard one day we argue in the kitchen, I fear I might grab a damn knife and stab her.
Uriah says,
Don't do that. She could use it after. Bad idea. Let me handle it. If I disable her and then able you with the weapon, he puts a smiley face.
and Tara says,
There have been so many times, almost every time we argue, this about every close thing I could kill her with.
and then Tara says,
He spells out, it says, or to beat the shit out of her, and I don't know what that word is that she says.
and Uriah,
Yeah, also, if she catches me here, I can hide anywhere else. Let me rephrase, go back to that one.
sure.
Also, if she catches me here, I can't hide anywhere else, is what that says.
Okay. And then the next message?
He says, this spot, that's it. We gotta find people or someone. We need trustable people. If I got food stamps, could you live with Chelsea?
All right. And what does Uriah say next?
Should have told me then. What the fuck?
Tara says,
I didn't know if it was real or not.
and then Uriah,
You just didn't tell me that. I'm gonna kill her if you say she does shit like that. No, she better not have.
And then we move into the next day, that January 27th. But with UTC time, is this really late in the night of the 26th?
Yes.
Okay. What is it that Tara says here?
She says, since the day I was sobbing the first time, I and Nanny thought I was weird, and I was sobbing like a little girl after she left, and was pissing in and out of sleep because I was scared. I think that genuinely fucked me up a little bit, because even since then, I feel I've been slightly more easier to make upset and overwhelmed. And she goes on to say, you would read the next one?
Oh. Bathroom break? Okay, apparently we need a bathroom break.
All rise for the jury.
All right. So coming here, we're at about 3:25. What is Uriah saying?
E is in the print on my EDC mag, the one from last night. F is the print on the rest. Pretty cool.
What does Tara say?
She says, looks like she has a typo. Looks like what happened. Baby. And he says nothing. He says, are you good? And she says, oh, okay. And she goes on and says, it sounds like you're upset trying to look for something, and I was confused because you started putting all blankets out.
From watching or from reading through these messages, do you believe that they're in different locations or in the same place?
Different locations.
If she's able to see him pulling blankets out?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, same location if she's watching them pull blankets out.
Okay. And what does he say?
He says, I sound upset on painkillers.
And then?
We talked about it a few times. She says, I know, baby, I'm just making sure I wasn't hearing something you weren't actually saying. I love you.
And then do we go on talking back and forth for a little bit again?
Yes.
Move forward quite a few pages as we go. Is this kind of going in order as we go closer to the 5th?
Yes.
Okay. What time is this starting at?
That
Right.
one's going to be, it says 3, so it'd be 9 p.m.
On the 4th?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the night before the 5th, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So starting here at this 9:25 mark, what does Tara say?
She says, I want to cuddle.
Uriah says.
We will.
And then
Nanny out.
what does Tara say?
Are you in the mood to smoke meth tonight to stay up together? I have the door open.
What does he say?
Yes, I am.
What does he say then?
Come back, please.
And then
What the fuck is happening?
you have another picture from Tara.
Yes.
Do we continue talking for a little bit as we keep going into the night?
Yes.
Okay. At about 10:17, what does Uriah say?
I want to confront her. Ask who Caitlin is.
And Tara says,
Like only confront? Maybe? Question mark. And looks like he says, she does anything stupid, call me on Insta. Yeah, just ask who Caitlin is and tell her and her friends to keep it down. Also, constantly update. Looks like a typo. Me and
what does Tara say?
could we confront her tomorrow? He says, sure. And then she says, are you sure? He says, it's your grandma. She says, I'm so sorry, I love you, promise tomorrow.
He said,
We don't have to tomorrow, it's just a bitches thing. She needs to tell you about adults in your house. She says, I'm going to go confront. He says, yeah, it'll wake you up. She says, well, won't admit it. And she says, talking, I can't tell what. And he says, exactly.
he says, what does he say next?
Says, want to see? She says, what do you mean? She says, explain exactly what you mean. If someone's there. And then he says, I bust the door down, interrogate. Yes or no, damn. She says, no. He says, I give you an answer, you do too. Thank you. FFA. FRA.
Do we have a few typos?
Yeah, if you can. Fuck's sake.
And then Tara says,
Pause the music. And then he says, bro, the rules, they don't matter, huh? Learn to deal with shit. Ain't always gonna get your what. And then he says, ain't always gonna get your way here. That's why I get upset. You get overwhelmed or cry. It's almost every time. Gotta deal with it without crashing or crying. And she says, holy fuck, can you not? I keep telling you to turn it down or pause it, but you literally wouldn't listen. You had it loud as shit. I could almost hear another person maybe, but I don't want to fucking bust her door down tonight. I promise tomorrow.
and just to be clear, this is on February 4th.
Correct.
What does Uriah say?
Holy fuck, can you get a lesson or a fucking word remembered? Listen to what I, looks like, said. I don't give a fuck about right now. Listen to what I said. And she says, I remember the rules. He says, not the rules. Up there. Just like I just said. Damn. She says, I'm sorry. He says, me too. He says, I can hear two bitches clearly. Sitting up. Right here. She says, I don't hear them. I'm sorry. She says, it's hard to hear. And he says, then turn down the fan or AC. Not just the TV makes noise. It's pretty obvious you're talking now. That they're talking now. Living room. Go. He says, move quicker. He says, it's a time thing. Remember? Never mind. Maybe. Okay, then stop. Or say that shit up right. Where did I text you? Where was there a shuffle just, oops, you misspelled the words, I don't know.
And is this just Uriah sending message after message?
He's just repeatedly sending message after message.
Okay. And keep sending messages for a second?
Yes.
Okay. What does he say here?
Nah, it matters more than you want to do it. Or, I'm sorry. He says, nah, it matters more when you want to do it. The other times you text me on the wall. Don't even. Living room door shut. Now knees. Noise. She says, go. He says, you go. He says, I don't give a fuck. She says, get up and busy it down. He says, I'm done. She says, I don't give a fuck, dude. And then he says, she's gone. Told you. Maybe listen. Actually take an hour to use the bathroom once and 2 trips to charge our phone, so it's 10 o'clock again. That was dope. I look at the time at least. And she says, I was sick, bro. She says, I'm sorry, or Dory. He says, you could have gone once still. Bro, you didn't even get the fucking point. She says, my phone was fucking dead. He says, you went twice. I don't care. She says, I was fucking worried about you. He says, you weren't Friday. You weren't Saturday. She says, I got up to make sure Nanny didn't come in because I was hearing shit. And then she says, okay, I'm sorry. He says, but when I hear shit, I get rushed and told I'm tweaking. He says, got it. But when I hear shit, I get rushed and told I'm tweaking. He edited the sentence before. And says, if you were sorry, you would have stopped before I said anything, and I never would have started acting like this. And that goes for it all. What do you want to do, ATP? I don't say you're fucking tweaking. You're sorry you noticed. I wish you could see the fucking messages. Sad you don't remember 4 days ago. Doesn't matter, dude. When you need to remember, you do. Never about me. Not when I remember. I do. She says, I do fucking remember about you. He says, stop. Or I'm sorry, she says, stop. He says, I'm pointless and useless. Why do you care? Why? I don't care about me. Why do you? She says, because I fucking love you. I'm sorry. I hate myself so much to the point I take it out on you. I'm sorry. I fucking care about you. He says, actually, better question. Why do you care about me, but what I want, need, like, or say is important isn't ever on your mind? Only when it's brought up. Why? I have to make you think about it. You can go to bed, I'll fucking kill him. She says, why do you love me? I treat you like shit without trying to. I make you feel the worst. Why? Please sit. Because I care about, he says, because I care about everything about you and you. I care about everything about you too, baby. Or you, he spelled it wrong. About too, rude, baby. She says, you're all I care about. I'm sorry, I'm so fucking bad at remembering. I'm sorry, Kay, so shitty towards you.
Okay, so it's 5 o'clock, and I believe someone needs to leave by 5. So let's go ahead and call it a day. We're going to start up at 9 a.m. tomorrow.